Most of us want.
They're in commercial right now.
What's up, everybody? We are getting ready to go live here in a minute. So just sit back and get ready because we got to do this. Don't forget that call-in number is 678-383-4378. What is up? What's going on? Here we go. What's up? Hey, what is going on, everybody? This is your girl, Miss Sophia the Diva, here on BFAM 109.6. You are listening to A Diva Disturbed. Yes, y'all, it's that time of the week where the Diva talks about things that are disturbing her. First up, let's talk about these internet trolls. Let me tell you something. Diva was doing her usual thing, just tweeting as usual, because tweeting for me is very therapeutic. And I was just tweeting about Real Housewives of Potomac, and I had someone that I have been following for some time, girlfriend, just, I don't know, she must have been going through something, because I was like, that's just very rude of you. It was almost, let me tell you something, here it is. Social media, not everyone is going to agree with your viewpoints, but as a mature adult, you should not be trying to berate and belittle someone because they don't think like you. First of all, the argument was not steeped in reality. And then I guess she went and got some of her squad people because somebody was like, when have you ever called out Karen? I've called out Karen before because my number one problem with Karen and so many of these women that are on reality TV is that they are so vested and so concerned about what people think about them until they kind of lose themselves. And one thing I said about Karen when she was going through the whole IRS thing last season and you know, Giselle was antagonizing her about it. That's not what friends do. I can see now why Karen wouldn't want to talk about it, but at the same time, Karen, what does it cost a woman or man to gain the world, you know, to profit and gain the world but lose their soul? What does it profit them? So I did call them out, but I just found it very disturbing that I don't know if she was doing it to gain attention because she kept CCing or retweeting with two of the show's stars in there. And then she told me that I was uneducated or no, I educated the lost on something. She kept talking because one of the things that Proverbs teaches us in the Bible is that when you are, you know, don't argue with the fool because then people can't tell who the fool is, okay? So it was just very disturbing and kind of just disturbed my spirit because I'm like, this person, hey, Sugar Babe, that is my number one fan. Let's give a shout out to Sugar Babe. She said she's not feeling well, so we're sending good vibes and prayers your way. Because, girl, I know how that was. Today was a rough day for me to get up. Let's just say it's PMS. That's all I'm going to say. Ladies, y'all can relate. Hey, Karen, I see that you possibly have joined the conversation. So, hey, Soror, thank you. I know it's an Aruba shirt. But you know, hey, you know, I'm wearing my Aruba shirt for my vacation, but I am a soror. I remember Africa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. I pledged February 8th, 1997. So what does that tell you? But either way, people out there on social media, don't take it too seriously because I don't take it seriously when I'm talking. I'm also trying to educate too, but at the same time, I'm out for a good kiki, and I love my Twitter family. So I thought it was very disruptive and rude. So we just gonna send some prayers out to her because she told me, I'm just surprised you would talk about Giselle like that. Let me tell you something. I don't care if you a soror, my mama, my daddy, my cousin, my sister, my brother. When you wrong, you wrong. Anyone who knows me knows I am a diehard Beyonce fan. There have been some questionable looks. Let's not forget them bangs that she wore that time. We were all concerned. I said, she going through. Now we know this probably when Jay-Z cheated on her. Allegedly. I still say that was a marketing ploy. I don't believe that. But let's get into some of these headlines. So last week, y'all forgot to tell me, let's talk about Wendy Williams real quick. Honey, that house is about as dysfunctional as an Ayanna Van Zant episode. Thank you, Sugar Babe. My homegirl, she agrees with me. She said that Giselle was wrong. Wrong is wrong and right is right. I'm going to get y'all right and tight, okay? So Wendy Williams, I don't know if y'all knew this or not, but Wendy Williams' son and husband, soon to be ex-husband, I don't know how this divorce is progressing, but they got into it. And it's interesting because you always hear the story about it being mama's boys, daddy's girl. Daddy's girls, mama's boys. And in this case, I really think that little Kevin Jr. knows that his father is nothing but a piece of crap and mistreats his mother. And so he stood up for his mother. And let's just say the cops got called. And I think he went to jail. And I thought I had that article already pulled up.
He went for an hour.
He went for an hour. Kids are probably teen school because of his dad. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised, but hopefully, I think he's in his senior year, so hopefully he can just get through this, get over it. And it is embarrassing when your parent is out cheating and you wonder why people treat you differently. Because sometimes parents keep that stuff on the low, like it's known in the community, but it's not necessarily known all the way around. But either way, I'm praying for Wendy. I know she's not everybody's favorite. She's not always my favorite because I think she's a very negative and toxic person in the manner in which she handles things. But at the same time, I also can sympathize with a woman who is just trying to hold on to a marriage because I really think that the reason why Wendy stayed as long and tolerated as much as she did was for the sake of her son. Even though some parents need to recognize and realize that just because having a husband, yeah, she is a big time hater. Just because you have a husband and children and a wife, a whole family nucleus, that does not mean that it is going to work out and that's going to be healthy. Some of us are so messed up from broken marriages when it really should have just been a divorce and our parents should just put us in therapy. I ain't gonna lie, I do sneak and watch Wendy Williams' Hot Topics. I do watch her Hot Topics from time to time because they are interesting. She does have interesting things to say. Let's see what else. In memoriam, y'all. I'm so mad. I kick myself every day now because of this. If y'all have ever been to New Orleans and you've had good New Orleans cuisine, baby, 9 times out of 10, you probably ended up down to the Dookie Chase. Okay? Dookie Chase it should be considered a national treasure. And one of the founders and matriarchs of the Chase family has passed on at age 96. We can't be sad about it. I'm just sad that I didn't get to get her cuisine because I was there a couple of years ago in New Orleans. I kept saying, we need to go to Dookie Chase. We need to go to Dookie Chase. And we never made it to Dookie Chase. But I'm hoping that I'll be able to go to Dookie Chase sometime soon because it was so good. Yes. Thank you, Soror. My Soror also agrees with wrong is wrong and right is right. So I appreciate that, Miss Scorpio. Yes. Yeah, I'm trying to keep up with everybody's comments. I'm sorry. So let's just say rest in peace to Mother Leah Chase. And she has a history. If y'all read up on her, oh my God, this woman is like amazing. Also, in memoriam, we want to remember that sweet little angel that I've covered this story about a couple weeks ago, Malia Davis. And just as I predicted, just as I thought, her remains were tossed away like she never mattered. The stepfather conceded in Arkansas, of all places, where they found the remains, and he had her body thrown on the side of the road in a garbage bag. That's really disturbing. And like across the social media blueprint, so many people have been saying women need to be more mindful about who they allow around their children. But let me also say this too. People pretend well. And you need to really vet them before you bring them into your household or your child. And stop sacrificing your relationship with your children for the sake of a man. You can be lonely sometimes, okay? You don't have to, like, if a man don't want to treat your child right, he should not be in your life. I'm just saying. And as a result, because of her selfish acts, this child is now deceased and she's facing possible criminal prosecution, okay? Let me see who else joined. Hey, Breland Marie, how are you? So I'm just sending up prayers up for that little girl. And let's also talk about the fact that I keep getting, this is the second notice I've gotten. I'll have to look that story up. There is another couple aside from the other, a white couple, as a matter of fact, was found deceased and non-respondent. So a Maryland couple that was visiting the Dominican Republic was found dead at the resort where they were staying. Let me tell you, first of all, Dominican Republic is not getting any of my money. And while one of my friends made a great argument about why we should go down there on vacation and help the Haitians, until Dominican Republic does right by the Haitians, I'm not going to visit. One of my sorority sisters had her whole wedding there. And even if I could have afforded to go at the time, I wasn't going to go because I'm not going to help that income. They mistreat Haitians. They treat them. Black people think they got it bad here. Go to Dominican and say you Haitian and see what happens. And don't speak Spanish, okay? But anyways, we've got to take a commercial break. We will be back after these messages from our show sponsors. And I've been Miss Sophia the Diva. You are listening to A Diva Disturbed on BFAM 109.6.
First day of my life was when I saw it another man standing out next to her.
Andrews. Okay, that you are listening to is one of my dear friends from LA, Andrews. That I can't remember which album it's from, but it's close. It's Closure, and I remember that song and why he wrote it. But he's in a much happier space now. I used to go to every show. I started to get a T-shirt made, and I was going to make myself his #1 fan because, like, I was like standing. And what's weird is that
it's cute.
What's weird is that my friend, our mutual friend Matt, linked us up. He was like, well, if you like Erykah Badu and that type of thing, you should listen to my boy Andrews. And I did. I became hooked. I'm like a good friend. I used to go see him by myself a lot of times because people in the band knew who I was. I made friends with the band. But then again, I'm a social butterfly. So.
Your friend Tabitha said that was such a sad story about the bag and whatnot.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's really sad how people can have a child. First of all, let me tell you something. I'm going to do everything I can to keep a child alive that I have brought into the world. Do you know how much work it is to bring a child into this? I'm going to love it, hug it. And like I told one of my friends, y'all, don't judge me. But I told one of my friends, I said, if my child ain't cute, I'm just going to make sure they polite and always dress cute. They're going to be charming, polite, and dress cute. Some parents be in denial, but I'm sorry. Sometimes y'all kids just precious because we all precious in Jesus' sight, amen. Is it full? No.
30 seconds into the video.
Are you serious? That's okay. Well, we got it all. We got it on Facebook.
What's up, Jonathan, Virginia, Rebecca? How y'all doing today?
Who else is on my live? Let me see who else. Kieran. Joey, Richie.
Yeah, he said Joey's name like you. Joey.
Because I'm always confused because he says Jose Diego, but it's like it's Joey. And
I know. I friended him. I friended him off your page.
He is a good. He's a good guy. I love him. Yeah, he's a stand-up. He's going to be on here at some point. Yeah, he'll be on here at some point. Next week we do have Willie. We have Willie B. We have Carlotta Pitts coming up the week following. Get y'all resumes in order and your career questions in order because she is a career specialist. And then the following week, get your cooking gloves on. My friend Chef Travis will be here that following week. So I hope he brings us some cheesy bread.
That's what's tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow we'll be at my producer's house judging burgers. All right. right, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Miss Sophia the Diva, and we are back here for some more of Diva Disturb on BFAM 109.6. If you would like to have a verbal conversation with the Diva, you can call me at 678-383-4378. Okay, so when we left off, rest in heaven to owner, founder, Leah Chase of Dookie Chase, and I think that might be our guest. That's another thing I forgot to tell you guys. Oh my God. We have a special guest coming to the studio. It's one of my new friends, fellow comedian, Tamika James. I absolutely love her personality. So you're going to love her too. She's just as fabulous as I am. Actually, I think she's a little bit more fabulous. I don't know if y'all can see my nails, but y'all know I'm a diva, but I don't have time. I hate going to nail salon. I don't like doing my nails. So I'm a little bit diva, a little bit tomboy. Okay. So anyway, our guest is going to be on their way, but we're getting ready to go into a discussion about the Dominican Republic. That's my producer, okay, who has been to the Dominican, as I said. They mistreat Haitians. They deported Haitians, even if they were natural-born citizens in the DR, and it's really sad because they share the same island. A mountain range is the only thing that separates them. And what's even sadder about Haiti is the fact I found this out, that Haiti had to pay back millions of dollars to France for the slave revolt. Like, they just finished paying that a few years ago. That's deplorable. But apparently another couple was recently found too. But let me see what happened with this couple. It really is. Yeah. So Cynthia Day, 49, and Nathaniel Holmes, 63, were an engaged couple that had been vacationing on the island for a week. And they were supposed to check out, and all of a sudden they didn't, they didn't come back home. Reports of their death came days after a Delaware woman claimed in Facebook post that she had been brutally beaten while on vacation in January at the Majestic Elegance Resort in the DR. So y'all, when y'all go on vacation, choose wisely. Me personally, I have only been to the island of Aruba. It's a beautiful place. And when I left there, I didn't want to leave because they treated us like family. That was at the Rio Palace, and Tilis, the adult side, because Diva don't do children on vacation unless I have some of my own, and I don't. So guess what? I'm an adult. I won't ever go there either. They don't have to do some drastic changes. And y'all stop giving these people y'all's money because y'all not really helping anything. Although going and tipping the Haitians that are working there, that's great. But I can't get with it. Also, how many of my people out there have watched my soror's latest Netflix project? It is traumatic, it is disturbing, and it's real life. When They See Us. And it's a perfect title, very befitting, Central Park 5. As you know, there has been a lot of rumblings and talks about the Central Park 5 and how that man they say is our president was really involved in trying to get those young men convicted, okay? So I started watching on Friday When They See Us. When They See Us, but I couldn't finish. I got about 30 minutes in, and this is no lie. I immediately got angry and started crying uncontrollably. And part of it is because, number one, as I've said before on this show before, but I'll repeat it again, when I was in law school, I clerked for the public defender's office. I worked on the felony docket, and I saw a lot of things. And knowing the history of my clients, it broke my heart. And number two, Khalif Brider. I will never forget that young man and how they did him. He could have easily been bailed out. But when you're poor and there's not a lot of options for you, the criminal justice system can and will mess you over. Okay, I want to use another word, but we're on the air, so I can't use that word. But you know what I'm saying, people. It rhymes with duck. So either way, let's see what else is my show topics tonight, because I am like so excited. So let's talk about the fact that the woman, the lead prosecutor, Linda Fairstein, honey, her awards are getting snatched left and right. Baby, karma has no expiration date, honey. It may not be today or tomorrow, but the people who do you wrong, they will always get their just due. Oh, so anyways, the Mystery Writers Guild of America has rescinded an honorary award that they were set to give the former sex crimes prosecutor turned mystery author Linda Fairstein in its annual gala after vocal opposition from fellow writers. According to the Los Angeles Times, the group announced her as a 2019 recipient, and then people started coming out the woodworks and was like, hell no, like Attica Locke. I don't know if y'all have ever read any of her writings. A great African-American writer. She was quick to voice her outrage. She says, as a member of the 2018 Edgar winner, I'm begging you to reconsider. Uh-oh, wait a minute. We got comments. Netflix, I will never go there. Almost gone are those days off, just blaming us for your crimes committed by others. Exactly. And when I saw it, I immediately became disturbed. One of the main things that disturbed me about this whole process is that we were called animals and thugs. Right after, we need to get these animals. These are children. But you know, they don't see African-American males particularly as children when they are. Tamir Rice, let's not forget him. He was a child out in the park doing what kids do in the park and was shot dead by overzealous cop. So if y'all watch it, you know, comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Call in. You know, just let me know what you're thinking about that. I don't know if I'll ever be able to finish it. I really was triggered. I felt like I need to pick up the phone and call my therapist. And that's no lie, because I'm a naturally an empath. I just naturally empathize immediately, and I feel and I wish that I could move heaven and earth for some people. And that's just how I function. But please don't expect that right now, because you know, Diva is on the what did Justin J say? Broke and everybody homeless tour, okay? That's because, and they are. But my thing is, if you are scared of Black people or any other minority you see, please don't sign up to be a police officer. We just don't need you on the force. Or prosecuting people. Let's see what else. There was something else I want to say about Central Park 5, even though they want to be. Yeah, it's always convenient to appropriate Black culture, but when it's time to stand up, let me tell you something else that disturbs me too. Down there, those detention camps they got for people they want to deport, you know, the Latino community. I'm just gonna say this. If it was a kennel, like somebody pointed out on social media, if it was a kennel with dogs stacked up on top of each other like that, y'all would be outraged and y'all would move heaven and hell and earth. So here's what I want y'all to do. Go to your Snapchat filters, go to your Instagram, and put little puppy dogs and kitties on those faces of those human beings, and then maybe we can elicit more sympathy that way. And it's really sad I have to say that, but I've always said that, because I don't understand how you can't see somebody that their very blood could save your life, not because of the color of the skin, but just because y'all have the same type. Y'all don't think about that. There is only one race, and that is the human race. The problem is that people want to start dividing and conquering us. So, oh, look at her dark skin. Look at her light skin. Look at his pale skin. And there you go. Y'all need to pick up Dr. Frances Cress Wesling, Howard University. May she rest in peace. She died a couple of years ago. Colorism, color confrontation, the ISIS papers. And you'll learn so much about colorism. And speaking of colorism, I saw something very disturbing. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of this wonderful family. It's a beautiful family. The Prince family. They have a whole big YouTube blog. And I was immediately disturbed by the mother's reaction on the birth of her daughter. She up here talking about, oh my God, the baby doesn't have light eyes. Oh my God, the baby's going to be dark like you, talking to the daddy. And I'm just like, if I was to have brought a life form, I'd just be thanking God my child is healthy. And you know what was really sad about all of that? Is that the lady ended up not being able to take her child home. So now you got a baby that has to stay behind. And I think they paid for the baby's gender to be female, but yet you sound so ungrateful. And she's so concerned because she's half white, half Black. She has blue eyes, and her husband is dark skinned. Let me tell you something. If you want your family to look like Steph and Aisha Curry's, you should have married light. That's all I'm saying. And that ain't no guarantee either. because Black people carry all spectrums of the rainbow. So yes, somebody might be thinking that Baby the Milkman's, but it's really they got right there. She does suck. I was so disappointed in her. Meanwhile, in reality TV land, we got a few minutes right here before we bring our guests in. But in reality TV land, did y'all hear about Portia and Dennis over the weekend? Oh my God. Let me tell y'all something. I don't see it for them because there's my sister, good and bliss. So y'all know, anybody who my sister has called in on the show a couple of times, y'all know she's crazy as hell. Okay. As a matter of fact, any of us that are Chris Jackson's children are probably crazy. But she basically said they were too busy bucking instead of getting to know each other before they jumped in. So apparently, social media is how you tell if somebody then broke up. So all the family then unfollowed Dennis, and apparently Dennis was cheating on her with somebody else. But after watching that special, I too Dennis would have left her too. But then you got to cheat on her, just leave her. Love her or leave her. But Portia needs to do the work before she can actually commit to having a husband. She got a child. I think that would be best. But I hope they work it out because I think they cute as a couple. All right. But anyways, I am Miss Sophia the Diva. You are listening to a Diva Disturbed on BFAM 109.6. When we come back, we'll have our special guest host, Tamika James. Yay! What is that? Oh, that's Roosevelt.
You know that happened where I live. The Central Park 5. I didn't know at the time, but my daughter's grandfather lives directly across from where they went into Central Park. My cousin lived on 107th between Madison and 5th Avenue is where Central Park is. I was 11 going on 12 the summer that happened. And we knew. We knew they didn't do it. We knew. I mean, those of us in the neighborhood, we knew. But it was so bad that summer.
Oh, yeah.
With the race relations in the city, it was horrible. But NYPD is just horrible people.
NYPD is kind of like
I've had my run-ins with them.
What's the other Baltimore. Baltimore has problems too.
I'm gonna say NYPD stands for knock your pretty behind down. I've had my own run-ins with them, and I've had to buck.
Okay, so for pictures now, you stay where you are. You come right here and center like with her. You come in, freeze. Good.
Freeze.
A little bit.
Okay.
Right there. Center.
So follow him because let's see if I can bring you in.
You guys are perfect right here on my side.
Y'all, my favorite sponsor just sent me another $10.
You are tabletop hot.
Okie dokie, good.
Thank you.
My stomach. I'm not working on it, but you know.
I know, girl. I saw this. Oh my God! Do you have an LA Fitness membership?
I do. I really do. I
know that since I've seen you wear a month. Yeah, you definitely. You know where the most.
Really?
Yeah.
I love that.
I mean, I know especially your face. Yeah. Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, I've been in the gym like hardcore because I got to get ready for July. Essence is July, man. I'm trying to be like what is it? A Saldana in Colombiana. Trying to get that small. I'm kind of rolls.
Girl,
that was kind of rolls.
Coming in at one? Okay.
And you might want to know who that is because your people have said, like, during my shows, let people know what the music is.
Okay.
You definitely need to start doing that because some of these are not.
Okay, that one was Roosevelt, but what was the name of the song though? That was
I missed that. What was the question?
Oh, wait a minute, I got it on my show notes. Yeah, and you know how I discovered that? I was looking for poolside music on YouTube.
He's weird. You seen it?
I saw it. I kind of watched it.
He's like walking around with a jacket with Christmas lights.
I just like the song.
Oh, I love the beats.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you Night Moves. That's what it was. We talked about that.
It's a weird video. Good beat.
my former agent, yeah, her son is on that show.
Wow. I love it. Okay. I love that show.
Yeah, I started watching it because of her.
All right, what is up, everybody? It's your girl, Miss Sophia, the Diva. We are back here on BFAM 109.6, and you are listening to A Diva Disturbed. The song that just played is by somebody, y'all. I was just looking for music for my show. I'm honest. Y'all know I'm honest on my show. And I love that type of music, that house music, that, you know, get a disco. But some guy named Roosevelt, and it's called Nightly. So y'all look that up.
So we won't be getting any money from her.
I love the song. And before that, that was my good friend Andrews. It's actually a band. He's kind of like Sade, but it's Andrews. It's Lee Andrews, but the band is Andrews. So anyway, I hope you don't mind me because I showed it and asked. I just used it. But it's only 22 seconds, Lee.
Which means it don't matter.
No copyright infringement.
You
We got it
know,
over here.
we know the law. Y'all have somebody that studied intellectual property law, trademarks and copyrights and patents. There you go.
Why you're here still.
All right. So anyway, hey, Sharina Sapp says, hey, what's up?
That's my cousin.
All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and bring our guest in. We have comedian, dancer, entertainer, activist, Tamika James, who's going to be co-hosting for the rest of the night with me.
Wow.
We're going to get to know her a little bit. You know, in this next segment, we're going to talk about, you know, how she got into entertainment. When did she know she had talent? But I can base upon her personality until she knew it too.
That is so funny. I started singing it too.
See, I know it. I know.
And when you run down, it's crazy when people run down a list of things that I literally am a trained dancer. I trained for 9 years in ballet, 7 years in jazz. Shout out to him and folks. But when people run it down of all the things that I do, and they don't even get it all, they be like, "Oh, she do this." I'll be like, "Yeah, but you gotta add this," and then I think back on this like, wow.
But it's because I think you're just like a lot of us in this industry. We are creatives by nature. And so we don't know how to, and that's why I tell people, I say, you know, please don't judge me because everyone's, you gotta find one thing.
But you can't. Oh my gosh, it's so hard to find that one thing. I'm a writer. And my family and friends call me like the female Jamie Foxx. Of course, I do stand up.
Mm-hmm. You're very funny.
Thank you.
I watched your clip.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I do acting. I absolutely love acting. And like you said, dance, trained as a dancer, singing. Literally, you know how I started? I'm telling my age right now. Don't let me judge me.
It's okay.
Do you remember 227?
Yes.
Remember? Well, there's no place like
what
home.
What you gonna say for us?
There's your family around you. You're never alone. When you know that you love, you no need to roam. Cause there's no place like home.
Yeah.
That and amen. I was a little kid. And I stayed with my grandmother when I was little. And I would be under her table. And I would sing, and my family didn't really pay attention. My mom swore me down I couldn't sing. It was other people who caught it. And one of my cousins came home. He went to Howard, and he came home with a friend. And I was like, I normally do it. She kind of peeked under the table and said, "Who is that?" And it was me under the table. So yeah, I've been like this my whole life.
Sherman Hemsley was awesome.
Yes, he was. Oh my God.
He was like the dad nobody had.
Yes.
Didn't matter what color you were.
Right. He was awesome. But there's a couple of them on TV that you just wanted to imagine that. I wanted Mike Seaver. I wanted Philip Banks. I wanted Bill Cosby. But I think I just wanted him because they had money.
Yeah.
You know, Bill wasn't really that great of a dad. Not
on TV, he was great.
He was a great dad.
On TV, he was a great dad.
Really?
On TV, he
How
was
many times have
good.
you messed up? You only get so much. Real dads don't give that many chances.
But that's why you wanted him, because he gave you. My mom wasn't having it. My mom was not. She was not. And my mom is all of 5'4". You see how tall I am. My mom was 5'4". I hit 6 feet, I think, sophomore year of high school. I still was not messing with that little short woman to this day. She told me to shut up. Yes, ma'am. I can't do it. That's why I wanted him, because he would have put it in our plates. Little midget.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, everyone. On my Facebook, it went down, so I don't know why. I don't know what happened, but we're gonna get it back up here in a minute. So tell us. So we know you started singing at age 2.
Mm-hmm.
So how did you progress to the dancing? But wait a minute. What's most important? You can add this as you go along.
Yes.
Is also how did you progress from all of this to the more structured? To we know comedy is not structured really per se. Per se, there's an art to it.
There's an art to it, and there is a structure. It's not a conventional structure,
Right.
but there's a structure to writing and telling jokes.
Mhm.
So there's a bit of structure there. But how I got started in comedy, way back in the day when I was in my younger days, I had a boyfriend who was a stand-up comic, and so he would always
No. Okay. You don't have to.
I can't remember. I can't remember his stage name. It's horrible. I can't think of his stage name to save my life right now. But he was always in the comedy clubs. He was always at Uptown and things like that. And this was like, I'm really talking about it was over 22 years ago. So that's why I can't remember his stage name right now. But
Girl,
I would be backstage with him, and there was a lot, and I know these guys probably don't remember me to save my life, but Rob Stapleton, I even met Talent, who is now like my comedy big brother, but I met him back then. All of them, I met them back then, and I would sit back there and I would tell them jokes. And it was just a natural thing, and they laughed. And
you have a natural,
right. I'm just
funny presence.
I'm a goober.
Yeah.
I'm a big old goober.
I'm goofy as all get out. That's why I was telling somebody, you know, about Diva. I'm terrible. I'm a little bit tomboy too, as well as telling people.
I am too.
Because I don't like.
Nails, sort of nails.
I don't want to show y'all. See how horrible my nails are.
Mine are bad now too. Don't worry.
They're bad. Because I don't do. There is somebody. I'm gonna shout her out. I'm coming to you, but do I have to prepay? Can I just make an appointment? Because y'all know I'm here in Atlanta. I be trying to support Black businesses. Dana, y'all go see Dana
No,
Danae.
hold on a second. Don't call her name yet. You want to get a free prepay?
No.
At least call her business out for you.
But I want to call it out, Dana Danae. I'm sorry.
Hey,
Y'all do that wrong. Y'all I'm wrong. But I promise you, I'm going to send you some business with y'all. She is a Clark Atlanta alumni. So I'm going to try
HBCUs in the house.
Yes.
I went to Hampton.
I didn't go. I went to the University of Tulsa. And now I'm at Clark Atlanta in the school counseling program.
Okay, you corrected your mistake.
Okay.
I'm a Hampton true Asian girl.
Well, let me say, and you would love my little cousins, Terrell and Tyler. They are both, well, Tyler won't graduate until, 2019, so 2020 he graduates. Okay. But my cousin Terrell, he graduated about 4 or 5 years ago.
Right, make me feel old. That's fine. I'm good.
Those are I call them my babies. Like all my cousins and stuff have had children. I don't have any, but those are my babies.
You want some? I have 7. You can have one.
You have 7? Let's talk about that. Not only, no wonder she be on the grind and the hustle. Does she look like she a mother of 7? I thought she just had 2.
I am a mama of 7 and a grandmother of almost 2.
Of almost 2.
Yeah,
okay.
So my daughter's pregnant right now.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So your oldest is what, if you don't mind telling?
She'll be 21 in October. Her birthday is the day after
what
my
birthday.
Blessing. No, because I'm 16 until the day I die. She can be 21. I'm 16 till. Hey, listen. The rest of them is like they like anniversaries on a job.
My age is 25. Let me tell you why my age is 25. 25 is because insurance goes down. Okay, number one.
I want my husband's insurance. It's like being on your parents' insurance. I'm good. Listen. Y'all heard what I said. 16.
Okay. I'm 25 and then I can rent a car with that extra fees from thrifting. That's all.
You at 16, you can do nothing.
I'm good. You know what I can do? I can have good working knees and a good working back. I don't have that now, so I need to go back.
Is that
I didn't have no kids at 16, and my mama and daddy took care of me. I was good. I need to go back.
Sometimes I just want to crawl back.
No, I don't want to go back to their house. So I need my husband to just like take that place. I'm just saying. I was still modeling at 16, so I was bringing in money. I was modeling.
It's gonna be fancy.
No, at 16.
Short guy about this time?
No, my husband, he swears he's 5'11". He's actually 5'10". I had to wear flip-flops at my wedding and slip them off as I got to the front. to give him a little credit.
How tall are you?
5'10".
You 6'0"?
I'm 6 feet on
6
the dot.
feet, yeah.
So there was
Yeah.
no way I was wearing heels. There was no way. But he's this like
Bless
gorgeous
that man.
football. He is my Russell Wilson. I'm Sierra, and I've had my share of futures and Bow Wows. He is my Russell Wilson.
I think I didn't look it up. I like Sierra as a performer, but wait a minute. We're gonna have to hold that thought. We are getting ready to go to a commercial break. You have been listening to A Diva Disturbed on BFAM 109.6 with our special guest Tamika James. We'll be back for more of the conversation. This is my song right here. Who is this? Maxwell. It's from the second Midsummer Night. I went and saw him at the Hollywood Bowl.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to see who the lineup is going to be for Essence Festival because I know he was there 1 year, and I know.
Tell him. Oh, that was Maxwell 1990X. I'm still not sure what that means. He's gonna have to tell me, but
It's not anywhere in the song anyway.
And it's not, but maybe it's
Let me say it
19. Maybe 1990 is a
Plus
special.
Maybe he
10.
released it in 1990.
1990 plus 10.
Is that what
Is it
it is?
X10?
Yeah,
X10?
X is
It's called
10.
1990X. They ain't got no dates.
When did it come out?
It was on the 2016 Midsummer Night. Yeah.
I had time. It's 2016 album.
Either way, that's one of my favorite songs. When I first heard the album, once I
Let's
get
get him on
that
the show
song,
and then find out what it is.
I know we should have Maxwell.
Come on, Maxwell.
I'm gonna
Come
reach
on the
out
show.
to him. He's always on Instagram. Be like, please come on my
You know
show.
who's watching? You already know.
Please come on
Let's
my
see.
show.
Hold on.
Who's watching me?
97,136.
Okay.
Wow.
And that's people
in there.
online on the streaming service.
That's not the streaming. That's the radio.
The radio.
We're at
97,000. That's
130.
incredible.
Meanwhile, on social media, I need more of y'all to watch me.
Right.
Okay? I need more of y'all to watch me. What am I sorority sisters?
Look, I get no service in this building, so I can't even get into my life. I get no service whatsoever.
My life went down.
I can't get service and tell anybody on my Facebook to get on here. Get your stuff together, people. Yeah, I get no service in here.
And let's talk about that. What is that like? What's your support like? Because we've had a discussion about that too. Like I remember in LA, and I understand. I understand. If y'all don't want to come to Sunset any day of the week. I'm serious. I would perform a lot at the Comedy Store. Shout out to Mike Mitchell for always giving me a shot. I appreciate you. You were always so supportive. I don't know if you're watching this feed, but you were always, I'll never forget when I was studying for the bar exam. He was like, it's okay if you can't bring someone. You need a stress reliever. Come get on stage.
Oh,
so I appreciate
that is a good stress reliever though. Honestly, getting on stage is talent. You may have seen it on my feed. Like I said, he's my comedy big brother. I can go to him at any time, and talent is like me. He's a night owl. He will stay up all night, and then I can't call him again till like 12 o'clock in the afternoon. But 2 o'clock in the morning, when I'm stressing, I can get him. He was on Hot 97 in New York, and he said, right before you go on stage, you got that nervous energy. Being on stage is where you get rid of all of that. But the day you don't have that nervous energy, you need to stop. And I heard that when I was singing from Happy With That. She said she was nervous every time before she goes on stage. And I'm like that. If you ever see me backstage, I pace back and forth, and I'm just in my head. I'm in my head until it's time for me to step out. And then that's it. I become it's like Sasha Fierce. It's like Beyonce and Sasha Fierce.
Yes.
I click it. I click it very, very fast. So
people are always
I'm not nervous when I write my shows, but as soon as I get here, I got that instant nervous feeling. As soon as I click that first song,
it's over.
It's like
right. But people think
I love that nervous feeling.
I do too. It's a motivator. It's a motivator.
It's more erotic. Like it's more like this is happening. Yeah.
No, but you know that high you get,
yes,
like
exactly.
as soon as it's a literal. I have never in my life. I've probably been tipsy a few times in my life, but I've never got a high. That's my high. Exactly. Performing is my high. I don't need anything else. You put a mic in front of me. You put me on the stage. You put me in front of the camera.
I can't drink either on stage.
I can't either.
I sweat
I
profusely.
can't. I have to be completely in the moment.
All right, we're about to come back in.
Oh, that's my husband. Okay, maybe he has service.
Oh.
That's my husband.
Okay.
So maybe he can live stream it because I
I
can't
was
do
like, who
nothing.
is that?
He's all good at 5'10". You lied. Hold it out.
What about your other phone?
Just leave my purse. Just set it. Hand, set it. Yeah, that'll be out the line of sight.
Is that the password?
All right, what is up, everyone? This is Miss Sophia the Diva, and you are listening to BFAM 109.6. This is a Diva Disturbed with Tamika James and Miss Sophia the Diva tonight. Okay, so if you're just now tuning in, Tamika James is an all-around entertainer, or as I remember Aaliyah said it, God rest her soul, she said, I want to be a full forlorn entertainer, and I believe Tamika possesses that. She is a stand-up, she is an actress, she's a dancer, classically trained dancer, and honey, if you missed her vocals, I don't know what to tell you. And what drew me to her, and Samantha, I don't know if you're watching, you might be watching out there, but girl, you got a fellow New Yorker, okay?
Spanish Harlem, born
yes,
and
she
raised.
also is.
Yes.
That's what it is. You black and Puerto Rican chicks become my best friends, okay, or good
Because
friends.
we're awesome.
And
Like,
they're comedians, and they both can sing, and they're both tall. These are like Samantha's like, I think Samantha is 6'1".
oh, I love her already. She is my new best friend. I
Yeah.
love her.
She goes by the Diva. She's
Okay,
the Diva.
she's the Diva.
Mhm.
Okay,
She's
I'm
the
gonna need some version of Diva in my name then because you Afia the Diva. She's the Diva. I'm gonna need something.
Yeah, my friend Angela gave me that name. She was like, she said, and this was before I even started to perform. I didn't start performing until 2011.
Oh wow.
The bar exam got me. I was depressed, and
You and I are so much alike. I'm gonna tell you what. I was a pre-law student. I took the LSATs and the that practice bar exam. I took it my freshman year at Hampton, and I came very close to passing the practice bar exam my freshman year.
awesome.
I've been a paralegal. He calls me like a bootleg
That's why I call
lawyer. I'm a bootleg
That's why I
lawyer.
call it bootleg lawyer.
I'm a listen. You call me for legal advice. I'm charging you $50 an hour because I give pretty good advice. If
I
do
always
so
just say I'm a
myself.
legal consultant because
She did the legal.
once, because anything I tell you is my personal opinion. I always advise you to seek legal counsel. Because I don't want the ABA to come after me. That's not Americans Bankers Association.
Not at
I'm
all.
affiliated with that as American Bar Association and the Bar Association of Georgia as well. But I am going to be, don't forget y'all, Diva will be setting for the bar either in 2020 or 2021, but Diva must set for the bar before Kim Kardashian. And shout out,
We have a challenge right now.
shout out to my friend, she's on the moniker Lilybug. She sent me $20.20 towards my goal. So that is how we're gonna do it. If you also want to, I know we're not at that time of the show, but if y'all want to cash out me, shout out to Sugar Bay once again for supporting the show this week. Y'all can cash out me, mark it for bar exam or for show support. Either way, I'm gonna use y'all's money and I'm gonna invest it in a what is it, a CD, a certificate of deposit, so I can hold on to that money until the time.
Let me not lie. If y'all send me money, that's not what I'm using it for. I got to go. I got to be cute at Essence Fest, people. Listen. Your money going to a Fashion Nova shopping spree. Feel me. Listen, I need a new wig. Hair got to be laid.
Girl, you might be able to come to my house and get some wigs now.
Girl, listen. I already got my first lineup for the Essence Fest. I'm on the Black Girls Giggle Comedy Fest is what it is, and I'm overly excited to be in that. Like this, it's an honor.
Let's talk about that. How did that come about?
So I don't even remember how I found out about Black Girls Giggle. I joined the group, and then I saw where they were taking submissions for female comedians. It's an all-female comedian lineup, and they represent everybody, LGBTQ, everybody is included, and it's beautiful. Like it's from the 3rd to the 8th. We have seminars, we have shows, we network.
This
This is during Essence Fest.
Okay.
This is my show, my home, I'm 4th of July. So if any of y'all out there are going to be at Essence Fest, I will be at the Howling Wolf of 4th of July.
Okay. I haven't heard of that.
Well, it's right down the street from where Diddy's son is doing one of the after parties. When I say down the street, like we're like 892, he's like 901, something like that. So
which
we're
one,
literally
Justin or
Christian. Yeah, he's gonna be there, and so my show is right down the street. If any of y'all decide y'all want to come and donate to some food in New Orleans, because I heard the food is banging.
It's amazing.
I'm on a diet, but
there's
y'all
no
can
diet
bring me
doing
to the
Essence Fest.
closest LA Fitness. I'm gonna eat while I'm there. I'm my trainer gonna yell at me. I don't care. I'm sorry, Mike. I'm gonna eat in New Orleans. That's not even an option for me. So yeah, I'm uberly excited, and it's in honor. This is their 3rd year doing it, and they don't take everybody.
No.
So the fact that I was one of the 60 that they felt was worthy to have that banner and represent them and go out there and be on stage, based off of same like you saw my clips. I put my clips together and I sent it in, and they thought it was funny. And that is, I get very emotional about what I do.
I know, we all do.
When people come up to me and they love, girl, you funny, girl. That energy, that vibe, that feedback. Like I heard you say you're an empath. I am an empath. So I can feel when somebody just, or when they genuinely were like, I loved it. And we never know who's in our audience, what they're going through, anything. And that one laugh could be the difference between somebody going home and not making it to the next day, or going home and just being like, she gave me something to think about and it was funny.
And that's what I try to do. And it's interesting because I have certain, not that they're younger, but young in comedy years. I haven't done comedy consistently in a couple of years, but I still have people come back that say, you really encouraged me based upon your performances, to really get out there and put myself out there. And that's the other thing. By the way, if anyone needs motivation, Diva is available. And I've also, if you need to call me, you can call me. I can't.
You Atlanta Comedy Theater.
You can cash at me because, honey, I'll cancel you for $50. I will motivate you and make you, and it will be sincere.
We'll come to counseling.
In other words, I'm going to tell y'all right now, one of the things about me is that I want everyone to win. And if you're serious about winning, I will do everything I can to help you. Now, if you're not serious, I can't help you. But I have certain friends, and sometimes it feels that way. It's like I really encouraged my friend, and now I'm still back here. But at the same time, I want y'all to go forward and be great. Some of my friends went back to school, or I told them about options that were available to them. People don't know. Now, I'm a scrapper. I'll find stuff like how I need to find this money for this semester of school. I'm going to find it. But it's just one of those things. So if y'all need counseling, y'all can hit me up on social media and I'll hook y'all up. Okay?
So now that she said that, we done heard her. I'm going to counsel you. We going to Atlanta Comedy Theater. And we're going to get on stage on a Saturday night, the late night show.
Okay, Henry. Okay, you are now.
I will drag you. Don't make me come back up here because this is all the way in. Listen. Me too. When did I grow up? Listen, I'm United States Army trained. You can't tell me nothing.
95 Bravo.
No, I was National Guard 95 Bravo. My first MLS was 27 Echo. Oh my!
But I was
no, I was trained at
Lindenwood.
No, not Fort Lawson Wood. Jesus Christ, no! I went to Camp Snoopy. I was at Fort Jackson. That's where I did.
I did my 71 Delta there.
Did you? I went to Redstone Arsenal for 27 Echo, and then right here at Gillum 95 Bravo.
Yes. So yes, y'all, you have some. We're comedians. We're former military.
Yes.
Is that not awesome? Okay.
Oh my! And we had the same MLS. That is crazy.
Shout out to my big sister Yolanda if she's watching as well. She's former 95 Bravo. She made me the soldier I am today. Amen. Anyways, we're gonna take this break and then we will be back for more A Diva Disturbed on BFAM 109.6. I'm your girl, Miss Sophia the Diva, and we are co-hosting tonight with Tamika James. Right.
That is crazy.
Mhm.
I cannot believe that.
Mhm. I just don't have any children. That's my one. Hey Tammy! Oh my God! It's so good to see you from Albany, New York. How
Hey,
you doing,
sweetie girl.
Tammy?
How far is Albany from Binghamton? My dad and my family is in Binghamton.
Tammy, do you know how far that
How
is?
far are you?
Is there anything you guys don't want to see?
I don't think
I
so.
don't have
She don't have
single
husband and kids.
I don't
I
have
told her I would
husband
give her
and
some of my kids. She don't want to
I
listen.
will take some.
I'm
I'm
just
tax
saying.
deductions.
I'm listening.
Thank you.
I will.
Did you just say you take a couple kids for tax deduction?
Mhm,
Why you think we got it?
mhm, mhm. From where? Oh, she said repeat it again.
Binghamton.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Bam.
Albany to
Binghamton.
Binghamton.
And it's a few
200
hours.
miles.
It's a few hours, like 3 hours, something
Four.
like that.
4 hours.
4?
I know it's
So-
right across
Oh,
the
and I was in class tonight,
Albany's in the
Tammy, and there's a
Binghamton's
girl,
right
I don't
above
remember
them.
her name, but she's from Albany. I said, look at these people from Albany. And I immediately thought of you.
Yeah,
Girl,
right
we
where it
need to
starts the
talk.
house, not city, right?
Inbox me your phone number in case it's changed.
Because Albany's all city, right? Pretty much that. Yeah.
I don't,
But
it's
you know-
it's the capital,
You know,
right?
the inner city, it ain't number peace on the trail.
Right,
Don't
right.
talk about the city.
Peace.
We not doing this.
Close, guys.
45 minutes to an
Is she
hour.
gonna scare you?
He got sleep apnea. I will smother him in his sleep. He will
Oh,
never know.
I got 6 brothers, 2 sisters. Inside too.
Yeah, there's one now. I know one girl. I went on a date with this one
Because
girl.
it don't look the same anymore.
No.
Right.
I went on a date with
You
one
can
girl.
actually,
But you know, Harlem
I
don't
said,
look
you
the
ain't
same
you
either.
can actually walk your dog at night.
I know. I saw that because I go to church over there in Decatur. I go
Where?
to Thankful Missionary Baptist Church. It's an old established church. Don't y'all be showing them to my church.
You ain't the
Y'all
one who
gonna
look like
join.
Adam Scott. You
Huh?
ain't the one who look like Adam Scott.
Yes, it does. It's right there on College.
So now you know her too?
Huh?
Now you know her too?
He
I'm
know
just- I'm
everybody.
just-
No, he just knows what church because he said
Okay.
he from Decatur. So
All right.
so Reverend Corey, but he uses
Did
his.
you know you didn't have to know outcasts when they were growing up, did you?
See that right there?
Straight from the deck.
Okay, is that what that means?
Mm-hmm.
That's what that means.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know because I'm from. I was a Mississippi born, Texas raised.
Okay, my big brother, he's from Mississippi.
I spent 11 years in where did I? Lord, Long Beach, California, Southern
You spent
Cal.
11 years there?
11 years,
So you really from Cal.
and then, and then I went to school I went to school at the University of Tulsa in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
That
But
don't count.
I went back. I was there for a total of 8 years. So
You
four
were
don't
there
years,
for
count.
8 years.
4 years of undergrad,
At Oklahoma?
4 years of law school. So
Well, you know,
I'm kind of. I always say Dallas is home, but California kind of became my adopted home. I ain't gonna lie, I'm homesick. Who got a 6-figure job they can hook me up with? I'm very well
Listen.
educated.
If we hooking up with jobs, can y'all hook your sister up
Yes.
on there too?
Oh, and
When
if
it
you
comes out, when it comes
okay,
out.
I love that.
I'm
That
just
whole
saying.
album is awesome.
Oh,
by the
Anatomy
way.
of Love.
Anatomy of Love. That
That's
whole
the
album.
love song.
I remember I posted about it. He actually came on there and said thank you. I was like, oh my God, Kenny Lattimore told me
Whatever.
thank
It's
you.
only got 30,000 views.
Don't talk about my Kenny.
A few people been talking about your Kenai.
What is up with him? I know that him and Shantae Moore like divorced or whatever.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, yes, please. How? I sent you my number. Okay, cool. Come
So,
my news feed didn't go up. Huh. Okay, Tammy. I'm glad. Tammy is also a stand-up comedian out of
Go ahead.
Albany.
Okay, Tammy.
Mhm.
Come here.
What we working out?
I'm saying, I know you work. Like, speed connection.
Who all looking? Who?
Oh, that's nice. I like that.
What's that new thing on TV?
Don't do point like people like that.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Miss Sophia the Diva. You're listening to BFAM 109.6. And this is a Diva Disturbed. And if you're wondering who that lovely crooner was, That was Mr. Kenny Lattimore from his album, Anatomy of Love. Okay, The Look of Love. Honey, I fell in love with him, and I wasn't even into Kenny like that until this album. Baby, he put it on me with this album. Okay, amen. Anyway, I want to talk briefly. Because you watched The Chi, right?
Yes, I have.
What do you think about the whole Well, first of all, we talked about Jason Mitchell and how my friend said that he just on the street. He just a regular brother.
For real.
He just a regular brother because he lost his representation, management agency. The Chi fired him.
But you know, an agent will drop you quick.
I didn't know that.
Agents will drop you.
I mean, he messed up.
Quick.
He messed up.
Yeah, well, he did. Okay, so here's the thing. First of all, this is the Me Too era. Women are not staying quiet about stuff.
I don't understand why he didn't think that.
I don't know. Maybe he thought because it was a all black cast, and because you know, brothers think that, you know, that they can talk to sisters any old kind of way, and we not taking that, and don't nobody want to be disrespected. That's just, it is what it is. So I don't understand why he did not think.
He tested it and lost.
But he tested it more than once and lost.
But the thing is, though,
listen, Lena, if you watching baby,
let's talk.
I'll take his place. I could be a thug. It's not a problem.
She said, according to Variety and other reports, here's the thing with Lena Waithe.
You could not be a thug with 7 kids.
Who can't?
My mama is.
Ask my kids. They mama is a thug. My kids, listen, I'm such
I believe him.
My kids don't tell me anything.
His face.
He called me a corporate thug, so do not let him.
I know, I love her husband already because he just up here like.
I mean, his face was normal, and he said, "My mama is," and that just 3 inches.
Because that's what happened when your mama a thug.
My
kids make that face about me.
I believe him instantly.
My kids, if you saw my kids, they'd be like, we don't even tell her nothing because I fight kids, parents, grandparents, aunties, uncles, play with mine.
The kids act up at Walmart. They get beat at Walmart. My girl.
Oh, when you act up is when you get messed up. That's how we do
straight
it.
Up. My child, when I was growing up, my son was like 16 when that whole Walmart thing went down. And he tried to do some of that. Dad, you're not going to hit me here. Guess that's over.
Hey, Crystal. Thanks for joining the conversation. Girl, I love me some Kenny Lattimore now. He got me. That album after this is good too. But here's what Lena had to say. And this is also, people, a lesson in leadership for anyone. Never, ever expect anyone to do the job you should have done yourself.
Yeah.
It would be, in the words of Olivia Pope, it's handled.
Yeah.
So she said that she knew about the allegations at the end of season 1. All types of sexual harassment training was done. Let me tell y'all something about all this corporate training. It's a joke. You have to do something. Just like that parent who always says, when I get home, I'm going to whoop you until you actually execute it. That child is not going to believe it.
And it's still going to act up.
Because people, if they're not vested in the training, it's like talking to a blank wall, basically. That's what it is. And I think that's what Jason Mitchell, but I also think from a psychological perspective, Jason has some compulsive issues that need to be addressed. And no one wants to address them because, oh my God, how we all gonna eat if we get him help? Okay.
Well, do you remember right after Compton, he had an incident on a plane?
I just saw that video. It came up on my YouTube feed.
So I don't know. He has anger issues, and he has impulsivity issues. And he may have some depression, and depression manifests itself in so many different ways that you can't just pinpoint it and say this is what it is. But if he's hypersexual and he's overly aggressive and all of these things, he may be depressed. He may actually need to be medicated, not the way he's probably medicating himself. But he may need help.
That right there is probably what it is.
Right. Sometimes you have to go to the professionals. I know everybody wants to say it comes from the earth, it's natural. Yeah, but it don't affect everybody the same way. And you have to be monitored and see what is actually going on and go from there. So unfortunately for him, it cost him. But it ain't look, his came a lot faster than Fairstein because hers ain't coming quick enough for me. I'm sorry. Like I said, I grew up when the Central Park.
But you know,
fire
that's what
happened.
happens because I think that people really didn't understand the extent until it came out on whatever screen you watch. Because I got a little nice size TV,
Right.
and so I saw it, and I was just sitting there. I started crying uncontrollably.
I heard you say you haven't finished it. I'm gonna tell you, I could not watch the first and the second. It hit too close because I literally
Yes.
lived through it. I watched the third and the fourth. I was able to, as horrible, and I'm telling you, it broke me to see what he went through. However, I have had family go through Rikers. Unfortunately, I've had, friends, and I know how the jail system in New York works. It's horrible. But to see the beatings he took and the corruption and all of that, it broke me, but I knew the end. So I was able to watch the fourth, and then I was able to go back because I went backwards. I did the fourth, and then I did the third. I couldn't watch the first and the second. It was too close. It was too hard because I lived through it, knowing that we were literally across the street from where I remember when the boys went through the park and they were wilding out.
What is that about, by the way? Can you explain
I
that?
can't.
Because I was so confused by it. Reminded me of my boyfriend and I recently watched. Have you ever heard of this old movie from the 70s called The Warriors?
Great movie.
That's what it reminded me of. Okay, that's what got him interested in screenplay writing too. So
It's a
whatever.
great movie.
But it was like them running through the streets, and they all meet up in a park to come up with a gang peace treaty was their thing. But this, you have a bunch of minority children because it was Black, Latino, you name it. They all.
But that's
out
what
there.
that area
So
is.
okay, Sugar Bay knows about it. Okay.
But that area is Black and Hispanic. That's where I grew up. It's Spanish Harlem. It is right on the cusp of Harlem, but it's Spanish Harlem. So what it was, it's not the way they made it seem. It literally was boys being boys. When I grew up, we ran. Boys.
Yeah. Okay.
Our boys were rambunctious. Because now you can't let your kids just run out. But that's what they did. The park was right there. My cousins did it. My cousins, they would run through the park. And
Wow.
they were kids. So yeah, they did stupid stuff like trip up bikes. I did that as a kid, because that's what, you get with your friends. We thought it was funny, but we were stupid kids. We didn't realize, now somebody tripped me up on a bike, I'm hit broken. But back then, we just thought we were having fun. We were kids. These were children. I have a 15-year-old son that I made watch that movie with me, and I had to. But before this movie, I drilled this enough. If a cop stop you, you don't know nothing till your mama come. I'll deal with that. That's always been the party line in my house. But while it was boys. This was like end of April, almost May, so it was getting warmer.
Mm-hmm.
New York is bitterly cold during winter, so when you get a chance to get out and get some of the energy out, you do. Right. And you grab your people, and you just and they didn't love it. They were kids. They probably my group of girls. I had a group of friends, and we would go out. And the way it was when we were growing up, the boys would be on one side of the street, the girls would be on the other side. And what you do is your group say, "Hey, boy, my friend wants to talk to you." So if they'd seen a bunch of girls,
we never did that.
But you understand what I'm saying? If they had actually seen females out there, they would not have. Their thought would not have been rape. Their thought would have been to try and holler. What we call holler, they would have been, "Hey, yo, miss." They would have talked junk. Their mindset. I know the mindset of boys that age in that area. Their mindset was not rape.
Their frontal lobe is not fully developed, so rationale ain't that good.
Just thinking city life. You think the reason there are more boys than girls? I'm not trying to be sexist whatsoever. Do you think that city life, I was a kid and I was raised in the country.
Mm-hmm.
When I came home, I got to go out into the field and screw off.
Right.
There's tons of stuff to do with the earth and the trees. Y'all ain't got
I did that.
Well,
in inner city life, what you got? Bikes, cars, people.
Mm-hmm.
You got to mess with something.
Right. Well, it depends on where you were. The projects I grew up with, we had a park. It was a little different because we had a park. Right. It's not a park like you would have. We did stuff we would have a covering over an area. The girls would play double dutch. The boys would climb over the covering or things like that. So running through Central Park was normal for us. That's why I'm trying to say 14, 15, 16, their mind was nowhere near rape. Their mind was on, even if they were acting up. Okay, let's say that I saw an interview with this woman. I saw later on
Which
down the
one?
line.
The-
Fairstein.
Okay.
She said herself,
Okay.
I'm okay with dropping the sex charges, but they should have kept the other charges. So she admitted that she was okay with but you still now backtrack and saying they did it, they did not do this. And then you let the actual rapist, because you didn't want to say the real MO, you let the actual rapist go out and then he literally killed somebody with a butter knife and plucked out her eyes.
I remember that story. And that's what's sad about police investigations, because, girl, that's the other thing. I don't know about you, but I watch the ID channel a lot, okay? And so one of the things that's disturbing is that once the police feel like they have a suspect, they don't continue to investigate anyone else. And then what ends up happening is that you have a person locked up, but yet the rapes and killings and all of this stuff, the robberies continue with the same MO, modus operandi. And that's how you work. And I think that it's sad. And then white women, please stop this. Not every man that rape you is black. Okay? I'm tired of that.
You want to listen?
Dark,
if you look at Department of Justice figures, actually the highest group of rapists are white.
Brock, let's
white
not forget Brock Turner.
It's white and white identifying Latinos. That's actually the highest group.
I believe it. There is just okay. Well, either way, y'all, this show is really heating up, but we gotta take a commercial break for all of our sponsors. This is Miss Sophia the Diva on the Diva to Start on BFAM 109.6, and we'll be back with special guest Tamika James. Okay, let's see. My friend knows about words. She said that's what kids did for, and not every black male wants you
at all.
Oh God,
and she's right. That's what we did for fun. Like climbing. Here's a wall. And that goes around Central Park. We would climb over the wall right where they went in. I'm telling you, right where we went.
Meanwhile, in the country, I was climbing trees.
Nah, but it almost looked like a really large retention wall. That's how it looked. So you climb over it, and there's a pond right there. You skip the rocks and you throw. Let me put this in perspective.
Stuff for the summer,
I grew up with boys who had rock fights. Like that was we literally
skip rocks.
Skip rocks.
We
he like, what do you mean I skip rocks?
Skip rocks.
But okay, because it's a pond there, so you skip the rock.
Like when I was a teenager,
that's
fun for me was like going out on my motorcycle, like I had like a dirt bike, and going to find a cop.
We did bikes.
We go out.
But we would. Y'all had areas
to find a cop.
We
would look for a cop, have him chase us to a cornfield, and lose him in there.
See, we didn't do
Climb
that.
up in a tree to
That's so crazy. That's right.
You know what we did?
That's fun.
Boys would climb on the back of buses and hold on and ride the bus. Or our dirt bikes, they was riding through the street. We had no cornfield. It wasn't no cornfield. And when we wanted to lose cops, we ran through the projects. That's what we had.
We had gravel road.
I don't know who lied to you. First of all, it's so many buildings. And some of them are really, like the projects I grew up, it was a building here and a building here, and they were connected. All you had to do was get up to the roof, run across, get down. You can lose them on any floor.
Tell me this.
They was not chasing you.
Bad kids.
All the projects had you. How come the person in the top corner facing the street was always an old woman in the window? Knew everything. Every cop.
That was my grandmother.
Exactly.
That was my. He said that was my grandmother.
And the cops always went like,
"Oh, she didn't even face the street."
Yeah, exactly.
All she had to do, she faced
her window
face down like into the area. Exactly. Right.
So that's
my grandmother knew
everything.
Put that cigarette out. But now my grandmother not talking to cops.
Room 17. I see the whole thing.
See, my grandmother will say something to kids. She'll say something to parents. She ain't saying nothing to a cop. She don't know nothing. She ain't saying nothing.
Right.
It's kind of sad that we have to have that mentality because we know what can happen to somebody.
But see, back then, especially in the projects, we took care of each other. Even the drug, and don't get me wrong, I'm not glorifying drug dealers, but back then when they first started, like the late 70s, 80s, the drug dealers took, like, they would come with pockets of money for the kids, buying ice cream. You couldn't beat up a little old lady Getting around the drug dealers. They was gonna get, you know when it changed? When crack hit super hard.
We got George.
That's
What's the weight bag
No,
of those
George
Reeboks?
Reagan.
I think you might
Reagan and Bush.
And Reagan.
because it's sitting on belt.
But to
Bruh.
be honest,
Man, we made a huge pan of macaroni and cheese.
I believe so.
I believe they profited off of it.
Oh, that
Yeah, they did.
We let out the
And
other
they
cheese.
criminalized.
Yeah.
And they also were trying to do genocide. They said, well, if the crack don't kill them, we can't arrest
What they were
them.
trying to do is what has
20
actually
seconds.
come to fruition. They were trying to gentrify Harlem, and
Hey,
they've
this
done
is
it.
money time.
I heard.
Yeah, another person with
So,
you.
oh yeah, we gonna raise her some
Money
money too. If
request time.
people want to give her money too,
All right.
Yes.
Let Cardi talk first, all right?
All right.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but you didn't have to.
Is it okay over there? He choking on his water. Oh Lord,
All right,
you
all right.
shouldn't have came in here. We crazy.
Coming in. I knew that was good.
Y'all know what time it is, y'all. It's BFAM 109.6. This is a Diva Disturbed. We've got special guests, Tamika James in the house. If y'all hear a man's voice over to my right, probably y'all's left, depending on how this camera's swinging. Her husband. But anyway, y'all, Tamika's getting ready to travel to the Essence Festival. Tell us where we can send you some money on your Cash App.
Yes, my Cash App, $MICHARRISE, mimicharrise. Please send me money. I need to look
And I
sharp
will
for
post
people.
it post-show as well. And y'all know mine. It's you know, it's the Cash App, the $, and Diva1977. That was a very good year. That was the year that King Elvis died.
77?
Yeah,
That's my year.
I'm a Capricorn.
I'm a Libra.
New Year's Day.
No way. I'm October 1st. See, that's
What?
the
What? Okay. Also, special shout out to my show sponsor. I'm so grateful for you guys. I promise y'all I'm gonna get out there. John, I have a hard time putting on clothes during the day. I really do.
wow.
But I come out
You
at
look better
night.
there then.
But then Starship, thank you so much. If you
Oh, wait a
haven't-
minute.
the,
I like Starship.
the Starship novelty
How you
store
think I got
again.
7 kids?
Oh,
Oh, wait a
Lord.
minute. I wasn't supposed to say that out loud. My bad.
Anyway, Starship, you have a customer, okay?
If you sponsor me, I'll be your customer.
That's what Phoebe said when they said that. What was the name of that thing they said?
I
that
did
time?
enjoy my bling toy.
Oh, yeah,
Thank
the
you
bling.
very much.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
wow.
bling, it was like,
I need some massage oils and okay, we talk later,
candles
Starship.
and some stuff. Okay, Starship. Thank you all so much. Adipa, appreciate you.
Yes.
As always, the show is always looking for sponsors and advertisers. Y'all get ready, because if you do want to advertise, particularly on the Mississippi, the Diva Show, or just BFAM 109.6, what is happening now is that we can come to your location and we can film a promo commercial for you there. So get ready for those. Great things are happening. Shout out to all of my supporters, particularly Sugar Bay. She gets a special shout out because she's a show sponsor as well. It's weird that she does that, because there's a web series that I actually support, and I did that for them once a month. I would always send them a little something, because I know what it's like to be trying to put together something and not have support. Because if y'all have been following my social media, I post a lot about friends and family not always being the ones that's going to support you. It's usually the kindness of strangers. But shout out to my friends and family that do support me. I'm so grateful. I'm not saying it's any of y'all, but I'm just saying that in general, a lot of my big supporters have been people I've never met. They just see what I'm trying to do, and they see something in me, and God bless you all. I appreciate that. Okay. But anyway,
I'll say the amen. I want to say.
Oh, Diva1977. But that's okay. You know, one day we'll just be standing on the stage one day in the nosebleed. That's what my friend Matt G said on Instagram.
My husband also does music, and he made a post that said,
oh, you do music?
he does. He does. He said,
He's looking at me like,
I'm gonna always remember the ones who didn't remember me when I was trying to get where I'm trying to be. So
much.
I know who supports me, and I have to say, I have a really good support system. My cousin, and I have to give a shout out to two of my cousins. And I know I'm live streaming, so I'll be able to shout y'all out later too. My Zeta and my cousin Connie. They're Zetta is in Maryland. Connie is in upstate New York. When I tell you everything I post, my dad told me that my name is ringing bells in Binghamton. And I know that's because of my cousin Connie. She's just constantly just
I
posting
love
my
Connie
stuff.
already.
So I really and my cousin Sharina, you saw she came in. I have my uncle Philip. If I call him and be like, Uncle Philip, I got booked for this, he's like super excited. He's like a second dad to me.
And it's not just
I
money,
love
y'all.
it. I
It's
really
just
love it.
we just need sometimes that extra word of encouragement. Money
Yes.
helps. I'm not gonna
Money
lie.
does help.
Money
Please
does
believe
help.
that.
But also, it can also lead to when we ask you, could you please repost this?
Yes.
That's free.
Share.
Just
Sharing. A share takes 10
Share.
seconds. And
That's
it's-
all we ask. Can you
Doesn't take
share?
that long.
It don't even take that long.
It really is.
you
It's
know,
amazing.
Think about
much
how
that can
y'all
do.
repost like who's
Memes
famous
all day.
now? Like Kevin.
Kev on stage.
Kev on stage. Y'all
Yeah.
repost his stuff. You repost.
Like
You know,
it on play.
yeah,
Mhm.
him.
He has
Just
been posting much
jiving.
lately.
You know, all these people. So support your friends because we really are out here trying to do something. And there are people. I mean, unless y'all really don't like me, y'all been lying to me all this time.
I
that
don't
was
care
good.
if you don't like me. Just repost my stuff anyway. You ain't got to like me. I don't care.
Okay, just
I don't
repost
care.
it.
Just repost it
Talk
anyway.
about it.
Talk junk about me.
You
Just
hate
get somebody to my page.
You know what? We're doing the Kardashian method of marketing over here, okay? You can talk trash about it. Guess what?
about
My
me.
name is in your mouth.
Exactly.
It's
As long
coming
as you're
out.
talking about, listen, I am all about no publicity is bad publicity.
Unless you're
I'm
Jason
just-
Mitchell. Who's not
Right.
just a
His
regular
publicity
brother
is
on the
that we not
street.
gonna, woo, we not
We're
gonna
not
go
laughing
there.
because he might have real mental health issues.
And if you listen, Jason,
If
you're watching, please. He might just have nothing else to do at home. I mean, he unemployed. He ain't got nothing else to do. He likes smoking and Craig. If you if you watching, or if
Yes.
somebody who knows him is watching, please encourage him. It don't take long to go get
Tell
checked.
him
Just go get checked.
But here's the thing. All you have to do if you want to make a comeback in Hollywood, go to rehab. That's all you gotta do.
Hell,
Go to what's that place out there, LA Spaces or whatever it's called, that
Listen.
little tranquil place in Santa Barbara. Just go out there, baby.
therapy is in right now. Y'all gotta take advantage
And
of it while there's no
I
stigma.
can't afford. I was so brokenhearted when I found that I picked the wrong healthcare plan for my therapist.
No.
I told him I'll be back in June. It ain't gonna happen until the end of the year. Shout out to Dr.
Free health
Adrian
clinics
Johnson.
is everywhere. We gonna find.
But
you
by the way, and that's the other thing too. If you are triggered by the Central Park 5 story, there are community groups that are totally free, and you can go and you can discuss your issues there. I'm going to try on my YouTube or some social media to provide a list of those places that you can go to. I go to the ADD support group because I need to talk to people that can relate to being ADD, because a lot of people say it's not real. That's not true. ADD is very real, and it can be very frustrating when you're trying to focus and you can't.
Yeah, I have
Okay.
ADHD, so I get it.
So I have ADD. Look at him.
No, but that's my real life. Like I can
Yeah.
be having a conversation and like anything can take it. Yeah.
And
so.
see, that's why I love my best friend, one of my best friends from law school. She's not on here, but people used to laugh at us because we were able to communicate. Because I think on the cool, she is ADD. And when she graduated the year before me, because we would start conversations, we would pick up conversations from like the day before or whatever.
I thought it was just me. When I was a kid, I would start a conversation in my head and then start talking to somebody out loud and think that I had already been talking to them the whole time. And my mother used to look at me like I was crazy. I didn't had a whole half
My
a
two other
conversation.
good girlfriends, I love y'all, Kim and Malia. I'm gonna tell on y'all. They used to laugh at me, and I was like, I don't know. They used to call it the pot smoking moment. That's what they
Oh,
would
wow.
call it. What's wrong with that thing? Uh-oh.
Oh
Periscope went out. What happened?
no.
Did you go over an hour?
Yeah, but it always goes over an hour.
You're at 5 minutes left, so.
Oh, okay. Well, shoot.
Periscope's at an hour.
Let's talk about a fun topic real quick.
I like that.
We live in Atlanta,
Yes, we do.
where there is a problem on our roads and streets. You know what it's called? It's called potholes. Well, there is a man in a town that finally fixed the pothole issue after he after the dudes spray painted penises all around them. That's when the town got into action and did something. Okay?
Wow.
So, yes. So residents of a town in northeast England were fed up with the increasing number of potholes littering the streets and the town's lack of activity in repairing them. One person took matters into his own hands, highlighting the potholes in the road by spray painting penises on them in hopes the town would be forced to fill the potholes. The town council of Middlesbrough, who say they were already repairing in the area, likely story, rerouted their planned schedule to fill the potholes and remove the graffiti. So,
Is that a charge?
it could be a charge.
Indecent exposure.
No, it would be
Yeah.
Defacing property.
Defacing property. Well,
Public property.
public property.
Defacing public
but you know what? This is a lesson to all you men. We don't want your uninvited penises in our DMs, and we don't want your uninvited penises on the street. I'm just saying. Uninvited
Penises are made to
penises.
go at home.
And
Big
on that
facts.
note, I'm done.
Big
Oh,
facts.
I am done.
We got 4 minutes.
Big facts.
Great deal today.
But also,
Wow.
I gotta
real
turn my mic off.
Right.
also,
You like the Charlemagne.
oh God. Also,
He's like, I don't give a damn what I'm
he
saying.
knows.
He's like, sesame. If you
He
don't like it,
doesn't.
kick me out.
The only thing, there's just a couple of words we can't say, like the F word, which is my favorite.
Oh,
Some
I'm so
texture.
glad I didn't say it. I was just
That's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite words, even though they say I shouldn't say it.
No, we
Really?
can say it.
We
really?
can.
Yeah.
You told me we couldn't.
I
What
just been having
happened?
fun with you. I'm sorry.
Oh wow.
All my little
What the
shows
fuck?
We're look, I'm gonna say we are military vets. You sure you want to give us that kind of license? 'Cause
Ask her how many times she's been here. She's been here for 3 months and been saying it.
And it's not
you've
intentional.
been, he been
It's been
censoring you
slipping
for 3
it out.
months.
He said, you
And when
can't
she
say.
slips out, I go,
It's so whole
We
time.
gonna have to get you
All
back.
those other
This
shows
brings
you got
me
on
to
there.
our final story for the night. I want to get this one in because this shit is hilarious.
You have unleashed the dragon.
If you didn't know this, studies show that 50% of the people you call friends really aren't your friends. They're your enemies.
Wow.
I've actually experienced.
I
Yeah,
have two.
I have too.
I have two. As a matter of fact, it was someone that I treated like a
super
sister.
close.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
And she turned out to be like
Hater.
Hater. So y'all watch out for your friends. And I also want Tamika to once again plug her Cash App and tell us where we can find you on social media.
Yes. Okay. So very slow because I do speak fast.
Yes.
My Cash App is $MIMICHARRISE. mimicharrise is my Cash App. If you are going to Essence Fest, I would absolutely love to see you. I am performing at the Howling Wolf 4th of July. So I will be on stage talking about my kids, my crazy ass husband, my weight loss. And if y'all know somebody at LA Fitness Corporate, I'm going to need them to holler at me because I think they owe me a new wardrobe since it's really their fault that I've lost all this weight and I look
Fitness.
different. So corporate, holler at me real quick. Also, I just finished shooting a pilot for the E-Listers that is on Facebook. You can find the E-Listers on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
I shot another one, but we have to reshoot it. I just got told that I'll be understudying for a play. And I will be recording new music, and it will be out as of August. And my single is currently out on iTunes. I believe it's still out on Spotify. So yeah.
Okay. Well, we got Periscope up in the last minute. I do apologize. We had technical. It just crashed. It usually lasts the
She
whole
broke
show.
broke it.
But for the people on Periscope, tell them where they can find you.
Oh, yes. Okay. So on Facebook, I am comedienne Tamika James. On Instagram, I am Tamika James _entertainer. If you follow either of those pages, you'll get to see some of my stand-up, and I hope I make you laugh.
All right, y'all. So that is it. Don't forget, Diva's Cash App is Diva1977. Hey, Nichelle. That's my big sister.
Hey, girl.
She's a NOLA girl. She lives in LA, but she's a NOLA girl.
Okay, so you coming to Essence Fest.
Are you
and,
coming to Essence?
beforehand, can you send me some money? I gotta be cute.
Yes, girl, you have to catch it on the playback. You have to catch it on the play. It's on my YouTube. That's the only one that stayed live. But either way, we got to wrap this up. But I will be back next week. Next week, our special guest will be comedian Willie B. And after that, we will have a career specialist. So get those resumes together and your career questions together. Carlotta Pitts. And then after that, we'll close out June with a tasty meal, perhaps from Chef Travis. Okay, we'll talk about his journey as a personal chef. He will come to your house. Okay.
What you doing tomorrow?
I will also tomorrow, y'all can see me live tomorrow for a special Diva Disturbed, although I'm not disturbed because I'm hungry and I eat meat. Okay. Maybe I am disturbed. I still eat meat. I don't know. But either way, nothing, no offense to my vegan friends. Okay. Okay. Meat is the truth. But either way, I'll be at my producer's house, Georgia Burgers. Shout out to my friend Marge because
I'll be there.
she always said burgers because whenever we go eat burgers. All right, so
I'm
gonna
coming.
be there.
I wasn't
His
even invited.
son, my producer's son, they all be there. But I'm Miss Sophia the Diva. You've been watching a Diva Disturb and listening to a Diva Disturb on BFAM 109.6.
98,075.
Wow.
What?
98,712 people listening to it. I'm in 7 countries.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That is insane.